By the time a few weeks had passed, Sam Talbot had begun to understand that wars weren't won in big moments or in the dramatic battles the newsreels like to show back home. Most of Tour 1 was lived in minutes that never made the papers. The quiet trudge through mud, the long hours keeping watch, the friendships forged not out of choice, but out of absolute need. Vietnam was a war of distance and uncertainty. For every hill taken, another was abandoned. For every victory claimed, there were 10 more questions left behind. But the one thing every soldier depended on was the man walking beside him. They called it the brotherhood, though many of the lads were strangers before they stepped into that humid jungle together. These bonds often formed quickly in the space between one danger and the next. Some soldiers would later say the closest friendships of their entire lives were made not in decades, but in the span of a single tour. Sam found himself leaning on Jonesy, the joker of the squad, a wiry kid from Ohio who had a way of making even the darkest night feel a little lighter. Jonesy had a gift for spotting trouble before it happened, and for spotting the fear in a man's eyes before he admitted it. "Fear keeps you sharp," he'd say, "but brothers keep you standing." For many Americans who served, the war was a daily struggle against more than just the enemy. The terrain itself was hostile, mud that swallowed boots, heat that drained every ounce of strength, and mosquitoes that didn't care which side you were fighting for. Helmets felt like ovens under the sun, and the humidity made even breathing feel like work. But the hardest moments, the ones Sam and the others rarely spoke of, were the ambushes. The sudden crack of gunfire, the flash of movement in the trees, the terrifying realization that in one heartbeat, everything could change. In those moments, training took over. You hit the ground, you returned fire, you checked on the man next to you, and afterwards, when the jungle fell quiet again, you counted heads. Sometimes everyone stood up, sometimes they didn't. Letters home tried to soften the truth. Mothers received reassurances. Sweethearts received promises. But nobody back in Miller's Crossing could imagine the weight each of those letters carried. For Sam, it was the picture of Emily that kept the worst thoughts away. For Jonesy, it was a cheap harmonica bought from a trader in Saigon. Others found comfort in small rituals, cleaning a rifle the exact same way each night, or whispering a prayer before dawn patrol. The war had its rhythms, and soon enough, even the new boys marched to the same steady beat. Each sunrise carried a new set of questions. Would today be quiet? Would the trail be trapped? Would everyone make it back? But amidst all the fear, the mud, the exhaustion, one truth held them together. When they couldn't rely on anything else, not politics, not strategy, not promises of home, they relied on each other. Tour 1 was shaping Sam Talbot, sanding down the boy he used to be and hardening the young man he was becoming. But deep inside, in moments no one else could see, he kept reaching for that little folded picture, a reminder that somewhere far away, life was still gentle, and that one day, if fate was kind, he might hold something other than a rifle again.